Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come on. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
I just take it to whoever I have a coupon for.
It's an oil change, not brain surgery.
If you think just anything can do an oil change, consider what's at stake. If it's done wrong, Mopar Express Lube, the experts at the dealer. It's done fast, or it's done free. But most importantly, it's done right.
Mopar Express Lube, now available at Clajo Sales and Rental.
Every grocery trip entails some thrills and spills before you reach the bottom line. Prices may be lower on a weekly advertised special here, but more than likely the higher prices on everything else are going to make up for it. Prices down, prices up. Maybe that's how supermarkets afford those specials. That's why you won't find them at County Market. Just bottom line pricing on everything every day. So at County Market, you don't get taken for a ride. You just get a lower total food bill. County Market. Compare the bottom line.
Back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. Well, we're awaiting the arrival of the Grand Rapids Indians out onto the floor. Fourth out of tonight's game. In the B squad tonight, Grand Rapids was victorious over Duluth Denfeld by a score of 73-51. A 22-point victory for Grand Rapids in the B squad game. Kind of a different basketball game there. After one quarter, Grand Rapids only led 16-12, but they had a fine second quarter and a fine fourth quarter in that basketball game, and end up winning by 22, 73-51 in the B squad game. As you can see, Grand Rapids has come onto the floor, and we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups for both teams momentarily. As you can see, we have the Grand Rapids High School band under the direction of Mark Sager tonight, and also the Grand Rapids dance line on each end of the gym, be entertaining us before the game and probably at halftime of tonight's basketball game. Grand Rapids, of course, has been a little bit up and down during the basketball season. An example, last week, Grand Rapids lost last Friday night over Hibbing by 27 points to Hibbing. They lost 77-50 last Friday night. And just a couple weeks before that, they had defeated Hibbing here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym by a score of 70-66. Now going to be getting our starting lineup for tonight's game.
For the record of 4-10. The Grand Rapids Indians, coached by Mr. Von Idleby.
We'll be getting our starting lineup for both teams here, and we'll let you know as Al Gilbertson, the PA announcer, will be giving us the starting lineup here.
In alternating order, for the Hunters, number 25, sophomore, Eric Peterson.
Eric Peterson, a sophomore guard, 5'9". Duluth Denfeld for Grand Rapids. Tom Godfrey, a 5'10" senior, will be at guard. Steve Rusinov, a 5'11" senior guard for Denfeld. Starting for Grand Rapids will be Aaron Osborne, a 5'11" senior guard. For Denfeld, Tim Ross, a 6'3" junior forward. For the Indians, their leading scorer, Mark Engesser, a 6'1" senior guard. And a forward for Denfeld, 6'2" senior Jim Solomon. For the Indians, 6'2" senior center Darren Cook. Ryan Krall, a leading scorer for Denfeld, a 6'4" senior. And for Grand Rapids, Corey Ingstrom, the fifth starter, will be a 6'5" junior for Grand Rapids. So not much of a height advantage to either team here. Grand Rapids' tallest player will be 6'5", and the tallest player for Duluth Denfeld will be 6'4". Denfeld actually has a couple players in the starting lineup at 6-4. Here's our national anthem from Argentina. Again, as we mentioned, the couple of starters for Duluth Denfeld at 6'4", Grand Rapids tallest starter at 6'5", Corey Engstrom. Then it drops off down to Darren Cook. Looks like tonight Denfeld is going to use their other second technical player coming off of the bench, Matt Rich, who is a 6'4" senior, is not in the starting lineup. So here's our starting tip. It'll be Ryan Kroll for Duluth Denfeld and Corey Engstrom for Grand Rapids. And Kroll wins the tip, gets it back to the guard spot to Eric Peterson. Peterson on the left side, now to the free throw line to Kroll. Kroll passes it back, driving in the lane, turning around, and traveling for Denfeld is Steve Plusanak. Plusanak, a 5'11" guard, gets the first turnover of the game as he travels here for Duluth Denfeld. With the basketball for Grand Rapids is Aaron Osborne. Osborne to the top of the key. Right side now off to Tom Godfrey. Back to Engesser. Engesser to Godfrey. Godfrey down to the baseline, right side. Moves it inside, throws the basketball away. It's stolen by Tim Ross for Duluth Denfeld. Moving up court with the basketball for Denfeld is Eric Peterson. Peterson goes to the left side. Trying to hold off Osborne. Moves it inside now to Kroll. Kroll to the baseline, and he's fouled. Foul called here on Grand Rapids' Corey Engstrom. First personal foul of the basketball game. Going to the free throw line will be Ryan Kroll.
Kroll at the line.
Kroll, a 6'4" junior, averaging 15 points a game for Duluth Denfeld. Right-handed shooter. Kroll puts it up, scores from the free throw line. Denfeld takes the early 1-0 lead here. Kroll now with his second free throw effort. This one's off the rim, no good. Battling for the rebound, coming down with it for Grand Rapids is Engstrom. Engstrom to the left side, now to Engesser. Engesser back to Osborne. Now to Godfrey. Godfrey from about 17, he scores. Tom Godfrey scoring for the Indians. 2-1 Grand Rapids. 1 minute into the basketball game. Having trouble controlling the basketball there for Duluth Denfeld, and losing it is Eric Peterson. Here comes Osborne for Grand Rapids. Osborne on the layup, scores for the Indians. Rapids with a 4-1 lead. Denfeld takes the ball out. With it for the Hunters is Eric Peterson. Peterson, left-handed dribble. Now at the half-court marker, gets it across the timeline. Now passes it, losing control of the basketball for Duluth Denfeld was Jim Solomon. Rapids controls it. They're back up. Here's a three-point effort from Engesser. No good. Short. On the rebound for Denfeld is Steve Plusanak. Plusanak gets it off now to Eric Peterson. Peterson slowly in the backcourt, talking to his head coach, Chuck Tolo. Left side for Denfeld now. The ball's tipped away. Back in the backcourt is Kroll. The ball was tipped. Kroll comes back with it. Rapids coach Rod Idle was saying it wasn't tipped, but it was. Left side now for Denfeld is Solomon. Solomon drives the baseline and scores. Jim Solomon down the baseline. Makes it 4-3. Engesser, baseline right side for Grand Rapids. Moves it inside. The ball is knocked away. Godfrey comes up with it. Misses from about 10. Rebound to Duluth Denfeld. It's Steve Klusternak coming up with it. Eric Peterson, right side now for Denfeld. Into the right corner. Trying to get it inside to Kroll. Kroll, turnaround jump shot off the glass. No good. We've got a foul on the rebound. Tim Ross for Duluth Denfeld over the back.
Foul is on Ross.
First personal for Ross, as we've got a change in the Duluth Denfeld lineup. We'll have to see who came in here for Denfeld. I didn't catch the change. It looks like it's Dana Prevet, number 23 in the lineup. In the right corner is Godfrey. Godfrey moves it inside now to Engstrom. Engstrom, turnaround shot, good, from about 6. Nice turnaround move there by Corey Engstrom. And the 6'5 junior scores for the Indians, makes it 6-3. Denfeld moving it up. This is Dana Prevet, the new man into the game. Inside now, they get it to a turnaround shot here. Rolls off no good by Jim Solomon. And we've got a foul on the rebound. Again, it looks like it's going to be on Denfeld.
Solomon.
Jim Solomon picks it up on the rebound. As they were battling for the board underneath, Solomon picked up the foul, his first. Driving the lane for Grand Rapids is Osborne. He scores! Aaron Osborne, his second bucket of the game. 8-3 Grand Rapids. 4:45 to go, first quarter of play. Dana Prevet over the half-court marker for Duluth Denfeld. Left side, moves it now to Tim Ross. Excuse me, that's Jim Solomon. Jim Solomon into the paint, puts up a semi-hook shot, and it goes. Didn't have a lot on it, but it got over the lip of the rim and went down. 8-5 Grand Rapids. At the free throw line, driving the line, passing it in the corner now. It's just Godfrey. Godfrey put it up, misses. The rebound for Grand Rapids, missing that was Corey Engstrom. And we've got a foul on the second rebound. Engstrom got the shot off, missed. On the second rebound, he was fouled by Ryan Kroll. Ryan Kroll picked up his first personal. Another substitution for Denfeld, number 21, Luke McIver, a 5'11 junior guard. At the free throw line for the Indians is Corey Engstrom. Puts it up, and it's good. 3 points for Engstrom. The Indians lead at 9-5. 4:17 to go, first quarter of play. Second free throw, this one rolls off no good. Denfeld clears the boards. Tim Ross with the rebound for the Hunters. In the backcourt now is Dana Prevet. Prevet moves to the left side, passes it in now to Kroll. Kroll from about 18, good. Jump shot from Ryan Kroll. Kroll scores, has 3 points in the game so far. 9-7 Grand Rapids. With the basketball for the Indians is Tom Godfrey. To Osborne, now to Engesser. Engesser out in three-point land, moves to the left side now. Engesser at the baseline. Moves it to Corey Engstrom. Now across the other way to Osborne. And now with the basketball is Darren Cook. Cook forces it away in, cannot put it in. It rolls off the rim, no good. Denfeld clears the board, but traveling with the basketball was Jim Solomon. So Grand Rapids gets it back on the turnover. Denfeld has had this happen a couple times. They clear the boards, then make a mistake, lose the ball on the turnover. Godfrey inbounding it for Grand Rapids to Engesser. Engesser deep in the left side. Now back top of the key to Osborne. Bounce pass, free throw line to Darren Cook. Cook looking for somebody to pass it, who gets it to Godfrey. Now inside to Engstrom. Engstrom rolls it off the rim, no good. Clearing the boards for Denfeld is big Ryan Kroll, their star player. 6'4" forward for the Hunters, comes up with the rebound. Denfeld trailing by 2, 9-7. With the basketball, Prevet to Kroll. Underneath, baseline, scoring is Jim Solomon. 6 points for Jim Solomon. We've got a 9-9 basketball game here. Engesser, three-point land. Behind the back dribble. Inside now to Engstrom. Engstrom moving out of the paint. Now to Godfrey. Right side to Engesser. Engesser, left-handed dribble. Bounce pass. The ball is stolen for Denfeld by Ryan Kroll. Kroll is fouled from behind by Corey Engstrom. Corey Engstrom picked up his second personal foul of the basketball game. Now coming into the game for Denfeld is their other 6'4" player. This is Matt Rich. Rich will replace Tim Ross in the lineup for Duluth Denfeld. Now Matt Rich has been pretty much of a sixth man for Duluth Denfeld. He's been in or out of the lineup all year for the Duluth Denfeld Hunters. Dana Prevet, left side for Denfeld. Bounce pass inside now to Rich. To Kroll, excuse me. Back to Prevet. Left-handed jumper, no good, off the rim. Goes off from a Rapids player. Goes out of bounds, and it looks like Denfeld will retain the ball. Yes, they will. Into the lineup for Grand Rapids, Aaron Goreth, number 23. He will replace Corey Engstrom. Deep to Prevette, to Crawl. Inside now to Rich. Rich, no good. The ball goes off from his hand. On the rebound, scoring for Denfeld is Luke McIver. Basket's good by McIver. And the foul will be on Tom. I thought it was going to be on Godfrey. No, we'll have to double check on this one. I thought he was saying the foul was on Godfrey, but we'll have to check. Free throw is good by McIver. Okay, it is 31, so the foul is on Osborne. Ball goes out of bounds. And we're going to have a foul called here. Luke McIver is called for a foul.
Foul on McIver.
Didn't draw blood. I didn't think they'd get a call there, but foul called right over on the left sideline. Rapids inbounds it. With it for Grand Rapids is Anguster. Anguster at the free throw line. Moves into the lane. Scores for about 8. Anguster with his first points of the ball game tonight. He is Grand Rapids' leading scorer. Rapids trails by 1, 12-11. Dana Prevette, deep right side. Ball is knocked, but goes right through the Denfeld player. Knocked again, this time Goreth with the steal. Oh, Aaron Goreth. Now deep down the court to Godfrey. Godfrey to Osborne. Osborne drives the lane, moves it inside. Nice pass. Osborne to Engelser. Engelser scores for Grand Rapids. The Indians regain the lead. 1 point, 13-12. Grand Rapids leading. Prevette deep in the corner to Crawl. Ryan Crawl. Ball goes off from the Denfeld player's hands, deep high up in the air, and goes out of bounds. So Grand Rapids will get the basketball back. Inbounding it for the Indians is Tom Godfrey. Bounce pass to Mark Engelser. Engelser to the left side. Bounce pass now to Godfrey. Godfrey back to the free throw line to Darren Cook. In the lane now. Engelser puts it off the glass, no good. Denfeld clears the boards. With the rebound is Matt Rich. Rich drops it off now to Dana Prevette. Prevette calling the plays as called by head coach Chuck Tolo. Deep in the right side now for Luke McIver. Inside to Rich. Putting it up now for Denfeld, and scoring is Solomon, I believe. Yes, Jim Solomon. That's 8 points now for Jim Solomon. The ball went off the glass and went down for Solomon. We've got a foul down the other way here now on Denfeld. Matt Rich will pick up the foul for Duluth Denfeld. First personal foul on Matt Rich, not a shooting foul. Ross comes back in the ballgame. Now he will be in for Ryan Crawl. So we'll have Rich and Ross up front. Engelser, free throw line, left-handed dribble. Deep on the left side now to Osborne. Osborne to Goreth. Now to Engelser. Engelser in the corner. Back to Goreth. Back to Engelser. Engelser, three-point effort, puts it up, misses, goes off the rim, no good. Goreth has the ball go off from his hands. It goes out of bounds, and Duluth Denfeld will get the basketball back. 37 seconds to go, first quarter. Duluth Denfeld 14, Grand Rapids 13. Prevette in the backcourt, being bothered there by Osborne. Prevette still on the dribble at the free throw line, moves to the right side. Bounce pass inside. We've got a foul called here. The pass went to Matt Rich. Rich was fouled by Grand Rapids. Looks like it's going to be on Tom Godfrey.
Someone's on Godfrey, the basket.
First personal foul on Tom Godfrey, not a shooting violation again. Denfeld throws the basketball away. With 23 seconds to go, Grand Rapids gets it back. Godfrey inbound to Osborne. Aaron Osborne to Mark Engelser. Pass goes off from the hands, and saving it for Rapids was Cook. Engelser in the paint, puts it up, no good, off the rim. We've got a foul called on the rebound, and it's going to be on Grand Rapids. Looks like it's going to be called on Darren Cook. That'll be the first personal foul here on Darren Cook. So Denfeld will get it back. The Hunters had a 1 point lead. There's 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dana Prevette quickly up the left side. Bounce pass. We've got somebody lane violation on Duluth Denfeld. Jim Solomon called for the lane violation. Kind of an odd play there. Excuse me, it wasn't Solomon. It was Tim Ross. Rapids down to 4 seconds. They're going to put it up. Godfrey is hit on the play, and we've got a foul. Matt Rich called for the foul right at the buzzer. and Godfrey will go to the free throw line.
Fouls on Rich.
At the free throw line for the Indians is Tom Godfrey. He'll be singing the last word in Lonesome Is Me, as he's the only one out on the floor. Godfrey puts up the first free throw and cans it to tie the game here. Second free throw forthcoming from Godfrey. This one's also good. And they're going to give him 3 because he was in three-point land. That's a rule change this year. And he makes all 3. So Grand Rapids goes from trailing by 1 to leading by 2 at the end of the first quarter here. It's Grand Rapids 16, Duluth Denfeld 14. We'll be back with more from the senior high gym right after this 1-minute timeout.
You look at a lot of tires here. It's item on Dayton passenger tires. Quality. And for my pickup, I got Dayton Light Truck tires for their handling and control to get me where I'm going and back. And for when I'm on the move, I got Daytona Performance Rating. They look good. They make me look good.
And they're affordable.
And they're affordable, too.
See the complete line of Dayton tires now at Atchison Tire.
Anguster has scored here as the referee started things a little bit quickly. Normally, we have at least a minute break there, but with the free throws, they did not take the minute break. Anguster has scored. Rapids got the ball back as Denfeld messed up the inbound. They have it back again, and scoring this time is Darren Cook. So Grand Rapids now leading 20-14. As we had a basket by Anguster, now a basket by Cook. Denfeld left side with it is Jim Solomon. He moves it inside to Rich. Rich turnaround jump shot from the paint, score. First points of the ball game for Matt Rich. Rapids leads it now 20-16. Getting it inside for the Indians now to Darren Cook. The ball is knocked away by Rich. And the ball will belong to Denfeld as the last Indian to touch the basketball was Tom Godfrey. So the quarter score was 16-14 Grand Rapids after the 3 free throws. Referee has called his time. They're going to fix the net here. I think that just undid a couple points is what it did. Put it in from the bottom side. That undoes a couple of them. Inbounding it for Denfeld is Jim Solomon. Left side to Dana Prevette. In the lane now to Rich. Should be 3 seconds. He was in the lane a long time. Tipping it up is Kroll. The ball goes off the glass. No good. With the rebound for Grand Rapids is Godfrey. Godfrey with the alley-oop. It's no good. Osborne had passed it to Godfrey there. Godfrey with the alley-oop. And we've got a foul here on the rebound. It's going to be called on Corey Engstrom. I have Engstrom with 3, and that's what it has up on the board, too. So Corey Engstrom will probably be sitting down for a while. He is. Into the lineup now, again, is Aaron Gorev. With the basketball is Luke McIver. And we've got a palming the basketball on Luke McIver. Coming into the game now for the first time is Dave Rysdam. Rysdam, a 6-foot senior. Rysdam inbounds it, bounce pass to Anguster. Anguster behind the back dribble. Now to Gorev. Aaron Gorev. Back to Anguster. Anguster near the top of the key, drops it for Osborne. Back to Aaron Gorev. Anguster, 3-point land, scores! First 3-pointer of the game for Anguster. And that makes it 23-16. 12 points now in the game for Anguster. Duluth Denfeld, Luke McIver, right side to Matt Rich. Way out now to Jim Solomon in the lane. Putting it up just from inside the free throw line and scoring is Steve Plusanat. First points of the game for Steve Plusanat. A 5'11 senior. Makes it 23-18. Grand Rapids leading. We've got double dribble here on Engesser. So Denfeld getting the Rapids turnover. The Hunters will inbound it from the sideline. Coming back into the game now is Tim Ross. He'll replace Matt Rich. They don't lose too much there, just 1 inch in height. Ability about the same between Ross and Rich. Denfeld on half court with the basketball is Luke McIver. Bounce pass, free throw line. Here goes Kroll behind the back to Jim Solomon, but Solomon wasn't expecting it. It went off from his chest and went out of bounds. Was a pretty good pass, but Solomon wasn't expecting it. Here's an open shot missing for Grand Rapids is Darren Cook. Cook had about a 12-footer with nobody in front of him, but couldn't put it down. Denfeld clears the boards. With it is Luke McIver. McIver, baseline, right side. Being bothered by Goyles. Moves it inside. Scoring for Denfeld is Tim Ross. First points of the game for Tim Ross, a 6'3 junior. That's Rysdam now to Goyles. Back to Rysdam, left side. Now to Engesser. Engesser out in three-point land, left side. Dribbles to the baseline. Engesser down the baseline, no good. Ball knocked away from him there by Denfeld by number 33, Steve Plusenak. Plusenak with the basketball. Plusenak out in three-point land. Inside, he passes it right to Grand Rapids' Osborne. Osborne with the steal to Engesser. Engesser from three-point land. He scores from the right side. 15 now for Mark Engesser. Rapids leading at 26-20. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go. First half of play. Ball goes off the Denfeld player's hands out of bounds here. Let's see who they're going to say it went off from here. Okay, they're saying now it went off from a Rapids player. They're saying it went off from Engesser before it went out of bounds, so Denfeld retains possession. With the basketball now again for Duluth Denfeld is Eric Peterson. Denfeld has a way of getting it back here. Kroll puts it up and scores from the free throw line. Ryan Kroll now has 5 in the game for Denfeld. 26-22, Rapids by 4. Another open shot here from Darren Cook. He misses. On the rebound for Grand Rapids is Cook. Cook gets his own rebound and puts in the rebound from right underneath. 28-22, Grand Rapids. Big collision here, and we're going to have a foul on Grand Rapids. Foul is going to be on Aaron Osborne as he collided there with Jim Solomon of Duluth Denfeld. So Osborne picked up his second personal foul. Jim Solomon will be at the free throw line for Duluth Denfeld. Solomon in the game so far has 4 field goals for 8 points. The 6'2 senior for Denfeld scores from the free throw line. Substitution. Todd Hohenstein coming in now for Grand Rapids, relieving Darren Cook. Hohenstein is a tough player underneath. He's not real tall. He's only 5'11", but he's tough. Second free throw is missed, but Denfeld clears the boards. Solomon with the basketball now to Eric Peterson. Peterson directing traffic. Free throw line to Kroll. Kroll looking for somebody to pass it to, and we've got a lane violation here on number 41, Tim Ross. 3 seconds in the lane on Ross. Free throw line, driving the lane for Grand Rapids, moving inside to Hohenstein. Hohenstein too hard off from the glass. He misses. Clearing the boards for Denfeld is Kroll. Ryan Kroll, strong rebound for Denfeld, and the Hunters have the basketball again. Eric Peterson, deep in the right side to Luke McIver. Free throw line now to Jim Solomon. Underneath the Kroll. Kroll, a quick turnaround jump shot, no good. Trying to score on the rebound, and we're going to get a foul for kicking here. Number 43, Jim Solomon, took a kick at one of the Rapids players as he was on the floor. He's going to come out of the lineup. Solomon picking up his second personal foul. Mark Engesser will be at the free throw line. Grand Rapids leads it by 5, 28-23. Engesser puts the free throw up and scores. Second free throw forthcoming. from Mark Engesser, 6'1" senior. This one rolls around, goes down. Inbound now stolen by Gorath. Aaron Gorath on the steal. Free throw line to Hohenstein. Underneath to Rysdam. Rysdam misses. Puts up the rebound. Too hard. Gorath on the rebound. Too hard again. Off the boards. Clearing the boards is Matt Rich. Rapids put up a couple of bricks on the rebound. And Denfeld comes down with the third rebound. Luke McIver, deep right side now to Kroll. Kroll, a jump shot. Off the rim, no good. Clearing the boards for the Indians is Mark Engesser. Engesser heads the other way with it. Engesser, right side now to Rysdam. Rysdam bounce pass to Engesser. Engesser at the free throw line, back to Rysdam. Three-point effort from Rysdam. He scores! Rysdam with his first three-pointer, first points of the game. 2:21 to go, first half. Rapids by 10, 33-23. We'll be back at the senior high gym in 1 minute.
Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come-ons. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
I just take it to whoever I have a coupon for.
It's an oil change, not brain surgery.
If you think just anybody can do an oil change, consider what's at stake. If it's done wrong, Mopar Express Lube, the experts at the dealer. It's done fast, or it's done free. But most importantly, it's done right.
Mopar Express Lube, now available at Quanjo Sales and Rental.
Every grocery trip in...
Rapids by 10. We have the basketball. Here's another three-point effort. Good by Dave Rysdam. 2 three-pointers in a row by Rysdam. Rapids 36-23 now. And they steal a basketball. Here comes Dave Rysdam. Comes in and scores. Rysdam has scored 8 in a row here for Grand Rapids. Denfeld on the inbound. They travel and Rapids is going to get the basketball back. Denfeld with some turnover problems here at the end of the first half. Rapids taking advantage of them. Dave Rysdam off the bench, 8 points in a row. And Rysdam will inbound it now for Grand Rapids. The Indians 38-23 leading. Minute 55 to go before the half. Engesser, three-point land, no good. Ball off the rim, off from the hands of Osborne, and Denfeld will get the ball back. Inbounding it for Duluth Denfeld is Jim Solomon. Solomon now to Dana Purvett. Purvett on the left-handed dribble between the legs. Osborne chasing him. Here's Purvett moving into the free throw line. Left-handed jumper. Off the rim, no good. Purvett on the rebound. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Now gets it to Jim Solomon. Solomon into the paint. We've got a foul at the free throw line on Grand Rapids. Not a shooting foul. Foul is called on Aaron Gorath. First personal on Aaron Gorath. At the free throw line for Denfeld will be Jim Solomon. Solomon, a 6'2 senior, has 9 points in the game so far for Denfeld. Solomon with the knee brace on the left leg, a right-handed shooter. Puts up the free throw, goes down, and he'll get the second one. In the 1-and-1. Solomon makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Makes it 38-24. Second free throw is good. 38-25, a minute and a half to go, first half. Engesser, bounce pass to Godfrey. Now to Hohenstein. Back to Godfrey. Left corner to Engesser. Engesser at the baseline. Drives the baseline. Reverse layup. He's fouled. Foul on Jim Solomon. Engesser was going to go for the reverse layup and is fouled on the play by Jim Solomon. Anguisser at the free throw line for Grand Rapids. Has 14 points in the game so far. Right-handed shooter. Anguisser averaging about 25 a game for Grand Rapids. Free throw's good. Denfeld players switching around as Dana Prevett switches sides. Minute 18 seconds to go, first half. Second free throw from Anguisser, also good. Rapids 40-25. Long pass from Prevett underneath. Left-handed shot underneath there for Denfeld by Ross. Ross scores. 4 points for Ross. Here's a three-pointer. Good by Anguisser. Third three-pointer of the game for Anguisser. Rapids 43-27. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Dana Prevett, left side. Guarded closely there by Rysdam. Free throw line to Steve Plusenak. Looked like they were in the lane a little long there. Referee didn't call it. Bounce pass now knocked out of bounds. And it goes off from the hands of Jim Solomon. Grand Rapids will get the basketball back. The Indians leading 43-27. 40 seconds to go in the half. Anguisser at the free throw line, loses control of it. Hohenstein comes up with it. To Rysdam. Right side to Godfrey. Godfrey between the legs baseline now, and he's right on the line. Okay to drive the baseline, but not when you step on the baseline. So Denfeld gets the basketball back. Prevett inbounds to Jim Solomon. Solomon trying to dribble out of the trap, finally does so. Half court, a big collision. And Prevett and Hohenstein. Hohenstein is called for the foul. Hohenstein trying to get the offensive foul called on Solomon, but Hohenstein did not get position, was not solidly entrenched in front of him, and is called for the foul. Solomon in the game so far has 11 points, make it 12. 43-28, Grand Rapids, 21 seconds to go in the first half. Second free throw is also good. Rapids with the basketball, 19 seconds to go first half. The Indians with a 14-point lead here, 43-29. Anguisser, left side to Hohenstein. Deep on the right side to Godfrey. Godfrey three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. A high rebound. With it for Denfeld. We've got a foul called on Jim Solomon. Solomon gave Hohenstein a little bit of an elbow, and the referee caught him at it. Rapids is going to get the basketball back with 2 seconds to go. 3 fouls now on Jim Solomon. Anguisser will inbound it. To Hohenstein. Got it off, no good. Hohenstein threw it up at the buzzer. Rapids leads it at halftime by 14. 43-29 over Duluth Denfeld. We'll be back with our halftime activities right after this 30-second timeout.
Grocery trip entails some thrills and spills before you reach the bottom line. Prices may be lower on a weekly advertised special here, but more than likely the higher prices on everything else are going to make up for it. Prices down, prices up. Maybe that's how supermarkets afford those specials. That's why you won't find them at County Market. Just bottom line pricing on everything every day. So at County Market, you don't get taken for a ride. You just get a lower total fulfilled. County Market. Compare the bottom line.
Tom Shadeen back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. Coming your way tonight on the Camtech Video Network, cable channel 27. With me again tonight are my fine technicians, Lee Fromm and Rick Moen. I have to be nice to those guys, otherwise they harass me on the screen, you know, so I have to be nice. The scoring in the game tonight, the Rapids led after one quarter by a score of 16-14, and at halftime, Grand Rapids leads it by 43-29 over Duluth Denfeld. Scoring in the first half, first of all for Duluth Denfeld, Luke McIver with 3 points in the first half. McIver had 1 personal foul. Steve Plusenak had 1 basket for 2 points, no personals. Tim Ross had 4 points in the first half for Denfeld, 1 personal foul. Jim Solomon in the first half for Duluth Denfeld had 13 points. He had 3 personal fouls. The last one came right near the end of the first half with 2 seconds to go. Ryan Kroll, the leading scorer on the season so far for Duluth Denfeld, only 5 points in the first half. He's been averaging 15 per game for Duluth Denfeld. 1 personal foul on Ryan Kroll. Also seeing action was Matt Rich. Matt Rich had 1 basket for 2 points. 2 personal fouls on Matt Rich. As you can see, we're being entertained here at halftime by the Grand Rapids Senior High Band and the Grand Rapids Dance Line on each end of the gymnasium. The scoring in the first half for Grand Rapids. Tom Godfrey with 5 points. Godfrey had 1 personal foul. Aaron Gorath did not score in the first half, had 1 personal foul. $18 points in the first half for Mark Engesser. No personal fouls on Engesser. Aaron Osborne had 4 points the first half for Grand Rapids. 2 personal fouls on Osborne. Corey Engstrom had 3 points for Grand Rapids. He had 3 personal fouls. Darren Cook with 4 points in the first half for Grand Rapids. He had 1 personal foul. And Todd Hohenstein did not score, picked up 1 personal foul. If you joined us late, Grand Rapids won the B squad by a score of 73-51 over Duluth Denfeld. And the Indians lead at halftime by a score of 43-29. And we'll be back with more at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym after this 2-minute timeout.
We looked at a lot of tires for our family car, decided on Dayton passenger tires for quality and performance. And for my pickup, I got Dayton light truck tires for their handling and control to get me where I'm going and back. And for when I'm on the move, I got Daytona Performance Radiators. They look good. They make me look good.
And they're affordable.
And they're affordable, too.
See the complete line of Dayton tires now at Atchison Tire. Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come-ons. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
I just take it to whoever I have a coupon for.
It's an oil change, not brain surgery.
If you think just anything can do an oil change, consider what's at stake. If it's done wrong, Mopar Express Lube, the experts at the dealer. It's done fast or it's done free. But most importantly, it's done right.
Mopar Express Lube, now available at Quanjo Sales and Rental.
Every grocery trip entails some thrills and spills before you reach the bottom line. Prices may be lower on a weekly advertised special here, but more than likely the higher prices on everything else are going to make up for it. Prices down, prices up. Maybe that's how supermarkets afford those specials. That's why you won't find them at County Market. Just bottom line pricing on everything every day. So at County Market, you don't get taken for a ride. You just get a lower total food bill. County Market. Compare the bottom line.
Tom Cadine back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym, where again we've been entertained at halftime by the Grand Rapids Dance Line and the Grand Rapids Senior High Pep Band, tonight under the direction of Mark Sager. Again, if you're just joining in here, Grand Rapids leads it at halftime 43-29. over Duluth Denfeld. Let's take a look at where these two teams stand as far as their conferences are concerned. First of all, Duluth Denfeld, they're kind of in the basement down in the Lake Superior AA conference down there. Duluth Central leads the conference in Lake Superior AA. Central 6-0 in the conference, 13-0 overall. Duluth East second, they're 4-2 in the conference, 10-3 overall. Tonight, Duluth East is hosting Hibbing in a good game down at Duluth East. Be interesting to see if Hibbing can win that one. In the tied for second in Lake Superior Conference in AA, Superior, Wisconsin, 4-2. They're 6-6 overall. In the fourth spot is Proctor. Proctor's 2-4 in the conference. They're 6-7 overall. In the fifth spot in the Lake Superior AA boys basketball is Croquet. Croquet's 1-5 in the conference, 1-12 overall. And Denfeld is also 1-5 in the conference. Denfeld 4-10 overall, coming into tonight's game here with Grand Rapids. In the Iron Range Conference, Hibbing is leading the conference with a record of 5-1. The Blue Jackets are 9-2 overall. In the second spot, International Falls. The Broncos are 4-1 in the conference. They're 11-2 overall. Chisholm not far behind. They're 2-1 in the conference. 10-2 overall for the Blue Streaks. In the fourth spot, Grand Rapids. The Indians 4-2 in the Iron Range Conference. They're 9-4 overall. Virginia, number 5. They're 2-3 in the conference. 5-6 overall. Evelyn Gilbert, number 6. They're 1-3 in the conference. 8-4 overall. Greenway, 1-4 in the Iron Range Conference. They're in the 7th spot. The Raiders are 7-7 overall. And of course, they defeated Grand Rapids here 2 weeks ago in somewhat of an upset over in Coleraine at the Schofield Gymnasium. And Mesabi East in the 8th spot in the Iron Range Conference. The Giants are 0-4 in the conference. They're 6-10 overall. As you can see, the Grand Rapids Indians have taken the floor for the second half of action. Duluth Denfeld will be coming up shortly, and we'll be ready for basketball action here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. If you're wondering what these two teams did last year, Grand Rapids last year had a record of 15-8. The Indians lost 4 of their starters from last year's squad. Of course, one of those, 6'8", Mike Brzezinovich. Also starting last year for Grand Rapids, graduating Jeff Erickson, Andy Miltich, and Jamie Gilbert. So Mark Angus are really the only starter returning this year for Grand Rapids. Denfeld, 11-11 last year, graduating their starting guards, Galen Williams and Jason Houle. So there was the backcourt here that Duluth Denfeld was doing some rebuilding in. As you can see, the Denfeld Hunters are back on the court. The Hunters trailing here at halftime by a score of 43-29 at halftime. We'll be ready for the second half of basketball action right after this 30-second timeout.
We looked at a lot of tires for our family car, decided on Dayton passenger tires for quality and performance. And for my pickup, I got Dayton light truck tires for their handling and control to get me where I'm going and back. And for when I'm on the move, I got Daytona Performance Rated. They look good. They make me look good.
And they're affordable.
And they're affordable, too.
See the complete line of Dayton tires now at Atchison Tire.
Well, we're just about ready to get going for the second half here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym.
In earlier action tonight, here the Grand Rapids B squad was victorious by a score of 73-51.
As the PA announcer Al Gilbertson said, the B squad won 73-51 over Duluth Denfeld prior to this game. Denfeld will inbound it here to start the second half. Inbounding it will be Jim Solomon. Solomon to Ryan Kroll. Kroll, a jump shot from about 12. No good off the rim. Rebound goes high off the rim. With it for the Indians is Darren Cook. Gets it up now to Godfrey. Tom Godfrey, top of the key to Anguster. Right side. Driving the lane and scoring is Darren Cook.
Darren Cook scoring.
Cook has 6 on a nice drive. Left-handed layup there for Darren Cook. Denfeld driving the lane. Dishes it off to Rich. Rich turnaround jump shot from about 5. Rich scores. 45-31 now. Denfeld gets the ball back. Inside now. Rich on a turnaround. Misses. The rebound goes to Grand Rapids. Darren Cook. Right side to Engesser. Engesser, a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Denfeld clears the board as Matt Rich with the rebound. Rich calling the plays. Head coach Chuck Tolo off the bench trying to get the right play called here. Left side now to Jim Solomon. Solomon being bothered there by Engesser. Solomon drives the lane and scores.
Solomon scoring.
15 now for Solomon. Rapids having a little bit of trouble getting the ball over the half-court mark there. They finally do so. Godfrey moves in, puts it up, off the glass, no good. Denfeld clears the boards. On the rebound is Ryan Kroll. Another play called here for Denfeld by Prevet. Dana Prevet, left side to Steve Plusenak. Inside now, nice play there. Right open was Matt Rich. Well, they got the play they wanted to. On the screen, Rich all by himself scores. 10-point lead now for Grand Rapids, 45-35. Three-point effort by Anguster. He scores! 4 three-pointers now for Anguster. I think he has about 18 as ball goes out of bounds. Inbounding it for Denfeld will be Jim Solomon. Solomon to Prevet. Prevet down the left corner is going to drive to baseline. Dishes it off now. Rich scores. Matt Rich.
Matt Rich scoring.
8 points now in the game. Rich is finding himself open underneath. Anguster, three-pointer. Good.
Martin Gesser for 3 again.
5 three-pointers now for Anguster in the game. Got a foul called on the inbound. Tom Godfrey picking up his second personal foul. Rich with the basketball, loses control of it. He's deep on the right side. Ball's knocked out of bounds. We've got a foul call here on Ryan Kroll.
Followed by Engstrom.
I thought he called it on Kroll, but apparently he did.
Aaron Royce into the ballgame.
He did not. Engstrom was the one that picked up the foul.
Solomon's good.
.5:15 to go, 51-39 here. Angus with the basketball. Trying to get it inside. Gorth back to Angus. A three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Got a foul underneath. Looks like we had a few complaints here by Denfeld on the foul.
Hold on, Godfrey.
Godfrey picked up his third foul here.
Timorant into the Hendricks.
Half court now, Plusenak with the basketball to Prevet. Prevet drives the lane, puts it up, left-handed shot, scores. First basket of the game for Prevet. 10 points now, 51-41, Grand Rapids leads it. Anguster underneath. They drop it back to Godfrey. Godfrey off the glass, scores.
Godfrey scoring.
7 points now for Godfrey. Anguster steals the basketball away to Godfrey. Now under on right side to Cook. Cook, high jumper, rolls around, off, no good. Denfeld closed the board. Traveling called on Dana Prevet. Prevet got the board, but then traveled.
Risdam to the Indians.
Substitution, Dave Risdam for Grand Rapids. Eric Peterson for Duluth Denfeld. Rysdam, right side to Engesser. A three-pointer from Engesser. He scores! 6 three-pointers now for Engesser. And we're going to have a timeout called here. Denfeld calls timeout. The Indians lead it by 15, 56-41. 4:11 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come on. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
Well, I have 28 points in the game so far for Mark Engesser. That doesn't mean he has 28, but that's what I have. 56-41, Grand Rapids leads it by 15. 4:11 to go in the third quarter. Inbounding it for Duluth Denfeld will be Jim Solomon. Back and forth between Solomon and Plusenak. Now they drop it off to Dana Prevet. Prevet left side. Looking for somebody underneath. Nobody's open right now. Bounce pass on the baseline there was Kroll. Ryan Kroll dribbled the ball right on the baseline, and Rapids gets the ball back. Engesser, top of the key. Bounce pass to Rysdam. Right side to Godfrey. Tom Godfrey deep on the left side now to Rysdam. Back to Godfrey. Free throw line area to Goreth. Engesser to Goreth. Goreth a little bit of trouble with the basketball. Now to Rysdam. Rapids slowing it down a little bit here. Godfrey. Baseline to Engesser. Back to Godfrey. Godfrey at the free throw line. Inside now to Cook. Cook puts it up. It rolls around. No good. Cook is fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Jim Solomon. That'll be 4 personal fouls on Jim Solomon. We'll have to see what head coach Chuck Tolo decides to do here, as we still have 3:22 to go third quarter, and his man has picked up his 4th personal. Free throw is good here by Darren Cook. 7 points in the game now for Darren Cook, and we will have a substitution here. Cook makes the second one, and Matt Rich will come into the game for Jim Solomon.
Matt Rich back in for the 100.
Somebody's going to have to come out here. I figured it was going to be Solomon. He's the man with 4 fouls. Inbounding it will be Ryan Kroll. Kroll to Eric Peterson. Back to Kroll. Kroll gets it over the half-court marker. Deep right side. Pass. Turnaround jump shot here to Tim Ross. Misses. On the rebound is Rich. Rich puts up the second rebound. This one rolls around, no good. Kroll trying to get the rebound, but it's taken away from him by Darren Cook. Cook to Engesser. To Rysdam. Rysdam, three-point land. To Engesser, deep three-point land. He scores! About a 22-footer there for Engesser. 7 three-pointers now for Engesser. Engesser has 31 points in the game. Grand Rapids leads it 61-41 with 2:50 left in the third quarter. We'll be back with more from the senior high gym in 30 seconds.
Take it to whoever I have a coupon for.
It's an oil change, not brain surgery.
If you think just anything can do an oil change, consider what's at stake. If it's done wrong, Mopar Express Lube, the experts at the dealer. It's done fast or it's done free. But most importantly, it's done right.
Mopar Express Lube, now available at Quanjo Sales and Rental.
Tom Shadeen back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym, where the Indians now with a 20-point lead over Duluth Denfeld, 61-41. As we said, Grand Rapids was the favorite coming in. The Indians are 9-4. Duluth Denfeld is 4-10. With the basketball now on the inbound for the Hunters will be Ryan Kroll. Kroll looking for somebody to pass it to, having trouble getting it inbound. Ball is knocked away there. Denfeld finally comes up with it. Matt Rich. Back to Dana Prevette, over Prevette's head. Double dribble. Some referees will call that one, some won't. When you take control of the basketball, if you push it down at the same time, some referees will let you get away with a dribble there and some won't. This referee says no, call him for double dribble. Rise down, top of the key, now to the right side to Engelser, trying to get it into Cook. It's knocked away. Cook gets it back. Cook is in the corner. Has the ball knocked away from him. Coming back up with it is Cook. Cook off the glass, too hard, no good. Denfeld on the rebound. Coming the other way with it is Dana Prevette. Excuse me, that's Eric Peterson. Eric Peterson now to Dana Prevette. Prevette at the free throw line. Left side now to Ryan Kroll. Kroll drives the baseline, puts it up, no good. And we're going to have a goaltending call here on Grand Rapids as they hit the net. So Kroll will get the basket. Ryan Kroll will get the basket. I believe it was Cook that got his fingers in the net. Here's Rysdam, right side to Engelser. Engelser dribbling around, gets it high off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. We're going to have a foul on Grand Rapids. Darren Cook fouled Eric Peterson on the rebound. Second personal on Darren Cook. Denfeld gets the basketball back. Kroll on the inbound. Gets it off to Dana Prevette. Prevette across the half-court marker. Between the legs dribble. In the corner now to Kroll. Kroll travels. Ryan Kroll has not had a good game tonight for Duluth Denfeld. Came into the game averaging 15 points a game. He only has 7 right now, and he's had quite a few turnovers here for Denfeld. Rapids gets the ball into the forecourt. Godfrey with it to Engelser. Engelser drives the lane, left-handed layup, scores. 33 points now, I believe, for Mark Engelser. Foul here on the inbound called on Grand Rapids, Dave Rysdam. First personal here on Rysdam. Substitution. Todd Hohenstein now will replace Darren Cook. Hohenstein, one of Grand Rapids' best football players this fall, can be a rough number under the boards. He's only 5'11", but you don't want to try to get in his way. Denfeld inbounds it. Prevette at half court. Looking for somebody to pass it to. A bounce pass deep in the corner to Peterson. Peterson baseline. High off the glass, no good. Denfeld with the rebound. Putting it up and missing was Tim Ross. On the rebound for Grand Rapids, Engelser. Long pass to Rysdam to Gorath. Gorath off the glass and he scores. First basket of the game for Aaron Gorath. Rapids 65-43, a 22-point lead. 48 seconds to go, third quarter of play. Denfeld with the basketball. Right side, left-handed jump shot. No good by Eric Peterson. Clearing the boards is Rysdam. Rysdam with a long pass. Turnaround jump shot by Godfrey. Off the rim, no good. We've got a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's going to be called here on Engelser.
Denfeld bus driver, please report to your bus. The bus needs to be moved.
It's not called on Engelser. We'll have to wait and see who the call is going to be on here. Foul called, I believe, on Denfeld. So it's going to be on Ross, Tim Ross. The Rapids gets the basketball back. Having some trouble controlling it. Here comes Denfeld. Down the court with it, in for the layup, and scoring is Tim Ross.
Tim Ross scoring.
Engelser half court. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Third quarter. We got a foul pushing off here on Duluth Denfeld. Looks like it's going to be on number 21, Luke McIver. Second personal foul on McIver. Engelster drops it off to Hohenstein. Hohenstein, turnaround jump shot off the rim, no good. Rysdam puts it up just prior to the buzzer here, and it's no good. Went off the front of the rim. After three quarters, Grand Rapids by 20, 65-45. We'll be back at the senior high gym in 30 seconds.
Spills before you reach the bottom line. Prices may be lower on a weekly advertised special here, but more than likely the higher prices on everything else are going to make up for it. Prices down, prices up. Maybe that's how supermarkets afford those specials. That's why you won't find them at County Market. Just bottom line pricing on everything every day. So at County Market, you don't get taken for a ride. You just get a lower total food bill. County Market. Compare the bottom line.
Back here at the senior high gym, we're just about ready for the fourth quarter of action. Let's take a look at the quarter scores here. After one, Grand Rapids led by 2, 16-14. At halftime, it was Grand Rapids by 14, 43-29. After three quarters, where we're at right now, the Indians are leading by 20 by a score of 65-45. And we're ready for fourth quarter action here. Grand Rapids will inbound at the half-court mark. Inbounding it will be Mark Engelster into Rysdam. Dave Rysdam dribbling around out in three-point land. Goes to the right side, and we've got a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Ryan Kroll. Third personal foul on Ryan Kroll. Kroll, a 6'4" junior forward, leading scorer for Duluth Denfeld. Engelster with the basketball deep in the right corner. And he carries the basketball. Denfeld will get it back. On the inbound for Denfeld will be Steve Plusenak. Gets it off to Luke McIver. And now to Eric Peterson. Peterson near the free throw line. Right side to Plusenak. Plusenak, no good from three-point land. Rapids clears the board. Here's Godfrey down the right side. Here comes Hohenstein. Hohenstein driving for the hoop, and he's fouled. That could have been a pretty good collision. Steve Plusenak's not a little guy, and neither is Hohenstein. But Plusenak got him on the hand.
Hohenstein at the line.
So Todd Hohenstein will get his first chance to score tonight in this basketball game. Worth goes out of the lineup for Grand Rapids. Free throw by Hohenstein, and Hohenstein scores. Hohenstein makes it a 21-point lead, 66-45. Second free throw is also good. Denfeld on the inbound. It's Steve Plusenak. Rapids steals it on the steal for the Indians. It's Corey Engstrom. To Rysdam to Engelster. Three-point upper. He scores! 8 three-pointers in the game now for Mark Engelster.
Here's over Engstrom. For Engelster.
Engelster's got 36. He's got a foul call here. Looks like it's going to be on Rysdam. Rysdam picks up his second personal foul. Indians lineup now has Hohenstein, Osborne, Rysdam, Engstrom, and Engelster. On a 15-footer, no good, and scoring on the rebound was Tim Ross.
Tim Ross scoring.
8 points now for Tim Ross. 70-47, Rapids leads. Inside all by himself. Not scoring was Engstrom. Too hard off from the glass. Engelster on three-point land. Now left side to Osborne. Osborne tries to get it into Engstrom. Goes off Engstrom's hand. Denfeld comes back with the basketball. Plusenak on the left side. Double dribble on Steve Plusenak. He tried to switch hands with the basketball, and according to the referee, had both hands on the ball at the same time. The Rapids gets it back. This is Osborne. Aaron Osborne, left-handed dribble, bounce pass inside to Hohenstein. Back to Osborne, free throw line. No good, off the glass, left side. Ball goes off from the Rapids player Hohenstein as Kroll threw the ball off from Hohenstein out of bounds. Usually you'll get by with that. It depends where you hit the other player when you throw it at him. Inbounding it now for Denfeld. With it is Luke McIver. McIver guarded here by Osborne. Plusenak to Ross, now to Jim Solomon. Solomon trying to decide what he's going to do with the basketball here. We've got a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Aaron Osborne. Three personals now on Aaron Osborne. At the free throw line is Jim Solomon. Solomon has 15 points in the basketball game. He was out of the game quite a bit of the third quarter because he picked up his fourth personal foul. Solomon scores from the free throw line. Second free throw forthcoming from the 6'2" senior forward. Off the rim, no good. Denfeld wins the rebound. Putting it up and scoring is Luke McIver.
Luke McIver scoring.
McIver not very big, but the rebound went off from a Rapids player, went right to McIver, a 5'11" junior. Rapids misses. Denfeld clears the rebound. Plusenak, right side to Solomon. Solomon in the lane, off the rim, no good. We've got a foul call. Foul is going to be called on Corey Engstrom.
Calls on Ross.
Excuse me, they called it on Tim Ross, wrong 41. Third personal here on Engstrom. Excuse me, on Ross. Driving and scoring for Grand Rapids, and missing was Engstrom. On the rebound again, Engstrom battling with Ross, 241. Well, Mark Engester's picked up his first foul of the game. At the free throw line will be Steve Plusenak. Rapids with a 20-point lead here at 70-50. 5:17 to go in the basketball game. Plusenak, free throw misses. Right side, here comes bounce pass off in the hands of Rysdam. Pretty good pass there as Aaron Osborne tried to get it to Rysdam. Rysdam couldn't control it, went out of bounds. Plusenak at the half-court marker. Right side now to Luke McIver. Baseline, putting it back out now to Kroll. Kroll on a jump shot from about 16 scores. 8 points now for Ryan Kroll. Steve Plusenak, I believe, is going to pick up the foul here. That'll be his second personal foul. At the free throw line will be Aaron Osborne. Osborne has 4 points in the game so far for Grand Rapids. 70-52. Rapids leads. Free throws missed. Clearing the boards is Kroll. Ryan Kroll drops it back now for Luke McIver. McIver over the half-court marker. Left side now, and we've got a traveling call here called on Luke McIver. Coming back into the game for Duluth Denfeld is Matt Ritt. Ritt, 6'4" senior, has 8 points, comes back into the game for Denfeld, replacing Tim Robb. Flores to Rysdam. Right side now, three-point effort by Angus, and he scores! 9 three-pointers for Angus in the game. 73-52, a driving layup there attempted by Plusenak. He misses on the rebound, and we've got a 3-second violation on Jim Solomon. to double check and see what. I'm sure this is probably going to be a record for three-pointers for Grand Rapids.
Troy Nicolay for the Hunters.
The old record book here and take a look at it here. There's another three-pointer. That's 10 now for Engelser.
Mark Engelser with number 3.
Engelser has well over 40 points. Underneath and scoring for Denfeld is Matt Rich.
Matt Rich scoring.
Engelser for Grand Rapids out in three-point range. The Rich puts it high off the glass, and we're going to have a foul call here. Well, Engelser had 10 three-pointers against Greenway as a sophomore. So right now he's tied his own record. He has 10 right now. If he makes another three-pointer tonight, that'll be a new three-point record for Mark Engelser. The foul is called here on Grand Rapids' Aaron Osborne. His fourth personal. At the free throw line and scoring is Matt Rich. Second free throw misses by Rich. Denfeld gets the ball back as Ryan Saul gets the rebound. 76-55. Here's a three-pointer by Crawl. He scores! First three-pointer for Ryan Crawl. 11 points in the game now for Ryan Saul. Remember, he's been averaging 15 points per game, the leading scorer for Duluth Denfeld. Here's a three-point effort, and he scores! That's the new record for three-pointers for Grand Rapids. Mark Engelser breaks his own record. That's 11 three-pointers in the game now for Mark Engelser. Kroll taking a look, moves it inside to Rick. Rick puts it up and scores for Duluth Denfeld. 13 points now for Matt Rick. Got a foul underneath as Gorath is knocked on his can. Gorath will be at the free throw line.
Foul on Rich.
Matt Rich picks up his third personal foul here.
And Gorath at the line.
Looks like Gorath is okay. Gorath in the game so far, just 2 points on the evening. Aaron Gorath, the 6'1 senior, puts up the free throw, it rolls off the rim, no good. 2:53 to go in the basketball game. Rapids 79, Duluth Denfeld 60. And Gorath makes it a 20-point lead. Kroll with the basketball for Duluth Denfeld. Kroll down the left side. Kroll, a good all-around basketball player. We've got a foul call for pushing off here. We'll have to see who they're going to call this one on. Gorath, I believe. Aaron Gorath picks up his second personal foul.
Rich at the line.
Matt Rich at the free throw line. Free throw's good. We'll get another one. $14 points on the evening so far for Matt Rich. Second free throw is also good. Rysdam with the dribble. Left side now to Darren Cook. Right side to Gorath. To Engelser. Engelser down the baseline. And he's pushed. Foul is going to be on Tim Ross, I believe.
Ryan Barr.
Excuse me, Luke McIver.
Foul's on Matt Rich.
Okay, no.
Mark Engelser at the
Called it
line.
on Matt Rich. I got a foot trying to help the referees out here. Matt Rich picked up the foul. Engelser at the free throw line. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rich on the rebound. Gets it off to Kroll. Right side now to Sean Moores. Moore is just into the ball game. Turnaround jump shot here by Rich. Rich scores.
Rich scoring for the 100.
Three-pointer here off the rim, no good by Engesser. Rapids gets the rebound. We've got a foul here. Denfeld bringing some B squatters into the game here now. Some of whom do not have the correct jerseys from the A squad. Free throw is good by Grand Rapids Godfrey. Second free throw also good by Godfrey. Rapids now 82-64. Here's Crawl. As we're getting some of the B squatters, as we said, into the lineup here, you see they're quite a bit smaller than some of the A squatters that were in here a little bit earlier. And we're going to have a timeout here. 1:44 to go. Grand Rapids leads it 82-64. We'll be back at the senior high gym in 30 seconds.
We looked at a lot of tires for our family car, decided on Dayton passenger tires for quality and performance. And for my pickup, I got Dayton light truck tires for their handling and control to get me where I'm going and back. And for when I'm on the move, I got Daytona Performance Rating. They look good. They make me look good.
And they're affordable.
And they're affordable, too.
See the complete line of Dayton tires now at Atchison Tire.
Well, not only has Mark Engesser set a new mark as far as three-pointers tonight, he also has set a new mark as far as single-game points for Grand Rapids. The prior record was 42 points by Pat Surface in 1975 against Brainerd. Tonight, Engesser has 45 points here against Duluth Denfeld. We've got some new players in the lineup for Grand Rapids, as you can imagine. Adrian Grell. Right side now to Josh Grabowski, and inside we've got a turnaround jump shot by Troy Zachariason, and we've got a foul called here. I believe the foul is going to be on Mark Kopp. That'll be his first personal foul here for Duluth Denfeld. Troy Zachariason, a 6'3" junior, misses the free throw. One of the Bombers picks up the rebound here for Duluth Denfeld, and they head the other way. Denfeld had some players they brought up from the B squad here, and they're going to throw up a three-pointer way off from the glass, no good. Denfeld's going to get the ball back. Inbounding it here for Denfeld was Mark Kopp. Kopp takes too much time, and Rapids gets the basketball back. 1:15 to go. Denfeld trailing Grand Rapids by 18. It's 82-64. With the basketball here is Rob Estler. Estler to Josh Grabowski. Now to Rhoda. Rhoda is fouled. Mark Rhoda. Foul is going to be called on Mark Kopp. Kopp picks up his second personal. At the free throw line will be Mark Rhoda. Rhoda, 6-foot senior for Grand Rapids.
Rhoda at the line.
Rhoda, a left-hander, misses the free throw. We're down to a minute to go. Here's Denfeld has the basketball, and they throw it away. Rapids will get it back. Mark Rhoda will inbound to Rob Estler. Estler gets it over the timeline for Grand Rapids. At the baseline, being fouled there was Josh Grabowski.
Grabowski at the line.
Josh Grabowski, a 5'11 senior for Grand Rapids. Puts up the free throw. It rolls around, no good. Misses both free throws. Clearing the boards is Mark Kopp. 45 seconds to go.
And brought to my attention that Mark Engelser set a new school record with 45 points tonight.
Well, my figuring was right for once. I had him for 45. That's what they gave him. A new school record, as we said a minute ago. Turnaround jump shot here by Denfeld. Rolls around, no good. Putting up the rebound was Tom Peterson, and Peterson's fouled. Adrian Grell picked up the foul. Tom Peterson, a 6'2 sophomore, at the line for Denfeld. Free throw's good. (82-65) with 20 seconds to go. Second free throw is also good by Peterson. Behind the back dribble by Rob Esler. Into the forecourt, right side to Grell. Grell puts up a three-pointer. It's short. He's got a foul on the rebound. Foul's going to be on Josh Grabowski. First personal on Josh Grabowski.
Brian Bard at the line.
Into the game now for Grand Rapids is Chad Davies. Free throw no good, but scoring on the rebound is Tom Peterson. No time left as the Rapids going to throw it up. Well, threw it up anyway. It went in, but too late. And the final score, 82-68. Grand Rapids defeats Duluth Denfeld. I'll be back to take a look at the final stats of tonight's game right after this 1-minute timeout.
Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come on. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
I just take it to whoever I have a coupon for.
It's an oil change, not brain surgery.
If you think just anything can do an oil change, consider what's at stake. If it's done wrong, Mopar Express Lube, the experts at the dealer. It's done fast, or it's done free. But most importantly, it's done right.
Mopar Express Lube, now available at Quanjo Sales and Rental.
Every grocery trip entails some thrills and spills before you reach the bottom line. Prices may be lower on a weekly advertised special here, but more than likely the higher prices on everything else are going to make up for it. Prices down, prices up. Maybe that's how supermarkets afford those specials. That's why you won't find them at County Market. Just bottom line pricing on everything every day. So at County Market, you don't get taken for a ride. You just get a lower total food bill. County Market. Compare the bottom line.
Tom Shadeen back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym, where the Indians have defeated Duluth Denfeld by a score of 82-68. Grand Rapids' record now goes to 10 wins and 4 losses. The final scoring in the game, first of all, for Duluth Denfeld. Luke McIver with 5 points in the game. He had 2 personal fouls. Dana Prevet, 1 basket for 2 points, no personals. Eric Peterson did not score, no personal fouls. Sean Moores did not score. No personal fouls. Steve Plustanak, 1 basket for 2 points. He had 2 personal. Mark Kopp did not score, picked up 2 personal. Tim Ross had 8 points in the game for Duluth Denfeld. 3 personals on Ross. 17 for Jim Solomon tonight for Duluth Denfeld. He had 4 personal fouls. 12 points for Ryan Kroll. 3 personal fouls on Kroll. Tom Peterson had 3 points for Duluth Denfeld, no personals. 17 also for Matt Rich. Rich also picks up 4 personal fouls. So Solomon and Rich both have 17 to lead Duluth Denfeld tonight as the Hunters go down by a score of 82-68. The final scoring in the game for Grand Rapids. A new single-game scoring record for Grand Rapids, Mark Engesser. Engesser scores 45 to break the old record of 42 by Pat Surface, set back in 1975 versus Brainerd. Engesser with 1 personal foul and 45 points tonight. 11 three-pointers in the game for Mark Engesser. That was also a new record for three-pointers, breaking his old record, which was 10, set when he was a sophomore against Greenway. Aaron Gorath has 3 points in the game. Gorath with 2 personal fouls. Aaron Osborne had 4 points in the game for Grand Rapids. 4 personal fouls on Osborne. Adrian Guell did not score, picked up 1 personal foul. Josh Grabowski also did not score, picked up 1 personal. Corey Engstrom had 3 points for Grand Rapids. 4 personal fouls on Engstrom. Dave Rysdam had 8 points for Grand Rapids. He had 2 personal fouls. Mark Rhoda did not score in the game, did not pick up any personal fouls. Darren Cook with a total of 8 points for Grand Rapids. Cook had 2 personal fouls. Todd Hohenstein with 2 points for Grand Rapids. He had 1 personal foul. Here's the quarter scores. After 1 quarter, Grand Rapids led it 16-14. At halftime, it was Grand Rapids 43, Duluth Denfeld 29. After 3 quarters, the Indians led by 20, 65-45. And the final score, Grand Rapids wins by 82-68 over Duluth Denfeld. The Hunters now go to 4 wins and 11 losses on the season. Grand Rapids now 10 wins and 4 losses after the victory. B squad final, Grand Rapids 73, Duluth Denfeld 51. And again in the A squad, the Indians win it 82-68 with 45 points, a new school record for Mark Engesser. Remember, our next action here on the Camtech Video Network will be on Thursday night as the Grand Rapids girls will face International Falls right here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. Be with us at about 7:20 for the play-by-play. For Lee Fromm and Rick Moore, this is Tom Sedin saying good evening from the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. And in front of him is the veteran official, Matt Bergen, 55 years old, over 30 years of officiating on the Iron Range. And as you know, those of you that know Matt, he does a lot of different sports. He referees football, he umpires baseball, umpires softball, and he has been in the state tournament many times as a basketball official. So we have a couple of veteran officials here for tonight's game between the Grand Rapids Indians and the Chisholm Blue Streaks. We'll be back with more of our pregame show in 1 minute.
Passenger tires for quality and performance. And for my pickup, I got Dayton Light truck tires for their handling and control to get me where I'm going and back. And for when I'm on the move, I got Daytona Performance radios. They look good. They make me look good.
And they're affordable.
And they're affordable, too.
See the complete line of Dayton tires now at Atchison Tire. Giveaways, freebies, gimmicks, come on. At Grand Rapids State Bank, you won't find a whole lot of bells and whistles. What you will find are banking professionals who care about you and our area. Grand Rapids State Bank offers you the security and stability of one of the top-rated financial institutions in the country. We'll let the others do their song and dance. Grand Rapids State Bank, member FDIC.
You know us, you know us, we know you.
Tom Shadeen back here at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. As you can see, we've got the biggest crowd that we've had here for a long time for the Grand Rapids and Chisholm basketball game. There are 200 or 300 people here tonight from Chisholm, and most of those people were also here for that B Squad game. I got here for the start of the B Squad game, and we already had 100 or 150 Chisholm people watching the B Squad contest tonight. So they're really into their basketball over in Chisholm, and they're all visiting here tonight at the Grand Rapids Senior High Gym. As far as Grand Rapids is concerned, we mentioned that the Indians have been up and down a few times as far as wins and losses. Let's take a look at what's happened the last couple of weeks. Grand Rapids lost to Bemidji by a score of 80-54 on February 19th. That was up at Bemidji. The Indians lost to Virginia on the road, 69-57 on Tuesday the 16th. Grand Rapids with a nice win against International Falls up at the Border City by a score of 61-59 on Friday, February 12th. And the Indians really took it on the chin at Moorhead on Friday, February 5th. They lost 104-61 to the Moorhead Spuds, and we'll be talking a little bit about Moorhead at halftime, as they have been one of the rated teams in AA boys basketball during the 93 season here. As far as Chisholm is concerned, Chisholm's only couple of losses were to Hibbing and to Cambridge. So both of those would be AA schools. Chisholm, of course, still single A, and they have been in the single A tournament many, many times. They have been in the state tournament 14 times during the history of Chisholm High School. 7 of those times were under Coach Bob McDonald since 1961 when he took over the program over at Chisholm. As we said, the only 2 losses for Chisholm to Cambridge, 60-59. That was on Tuesday, December 29th. And they lost to Hibbing 85-73 back on Friday, January 22nd. So a couple of losses to AA teams here. And the funny thing about the loss to Hibbing later in the season, Chisholm came back and defeated Hibbing. That game 64-55. That was just last week on the 16th of February. So Chisholm very capable, and did defeat the AA Hibbing Blue Jackets later in the season after losing quite early. Last year, of course, Chisholm had a fine year also. They lost a few players, but they did not lose Thompson and Lecoux. And of course, Lecoux has been on the team since he was in 8th grade, so this is his 5th year on the varsity for Dave Lecoux. I can remember him as a very little guy as an 8th grader. He was only about 5'6". Now as a senior, he's 6'1". And he is a candidate for Mr. Basketball in the state of Minnesota also. Remember, Joel McDonald won the Mr. Basketball in 1991 for the state of Minnesota. The only other player from far northern Minnesota that ever won the Mr. Basketball award in the state was in 1976 when Hibbing's Kevin McHale, now with the Boston Celtics, and of course the former Gophers basketball star, won the Mr. Basketball back in 1976. As we mentioned, Anguster and Lecoux in this game are battling for the lead as far as the Iron Range Conference scoring lead. Mark Anguster just a couple of tenths of a point ahead of Lecoux. They're both averaging 25 point something coming into tonight's game. The third leading scorer in the Iron Range Conference is Nick Tasing of Hibbing. He's averaging 21 points per game. In the 4th spot is Mason Hanover from International Falls. Hanover is averaging 19 points per game. And then in the 5th spot, the other Chisholm star, Brian Thompson, the 6'7" center, who you'll be seeing tonight here on the Camtech Video Network. He's averaging 18.5 points a game. So Chisholm with 2 of the 5 in the Iron Range Conference leading scorers. Thompson also a strong rebounder, averaging 9 rebounds per game for the Blue Streak. As you can hear, we're being entertained in the background by the Grand Rapids High School Band. Tonight, under the direction of Joe Silko here. Joe's even got a tie on for tonight's game. He probably knew the game was going to be on TV, so he dug out one of his old ties and decided he'd wear that for tonight's game. Again, as far as the height matchup for tonight, Brian Thompson, 6'7", will be the tallest player for Chisholm. For Grand Rapids, Corey Engstrom at 6'5", will be the tallest starter for the Indians. The Indians' other rebounder is 6'2", Darren Cook. Chisholm also has some tall players coming off from the bench. One of them I'd like to talk about for just a minute is Bill Petrangelo. Petrangelo is 6'5". Last year, he was a starter for the Chisholm Blue Streak hockey team on defense. Everybody else graduated from the hockey team, and I think he saw the writing on the wall over there that they were not going to have a very good hockey team. I think they've only won a couple of games this year. So he switched from hockey to basketball and is one of the top reserves up on the front line for the Chisholm Blue Streak. Bill Petrangelo, a 6'5" junior, will come off at the bench for Coach Bob McDonald. As you can see, both teams are back out on the floor here, and they will be introducing our starting lineup here shortly. It'll be John Ingerstall on the PA again tonight. As you can see, Chisholm always brings a couple of little guys